everybody, my name is Lisa and you're watching the Wonder of Anime YouTube channel. This week, I'm bringing you an overdue anime review. And I actually started this anime last year and I did not finish it until this year. And I'll get into it. We'll talk about it because I've mentioned it previously. This week, I want to talk about Golden Time. So I learned of the Golden Time anime sometime last year, and I learned about it on Reddit, on this subreddit called Anime Suggest, where people post about, I want to watch this type of series, and other people respond and suggest anime to them. Golden Time was suggested in a thread of romance anime where the characters actually get together either at the beginning or midway through the series, and isn't that like back and forth of will they, won't they? Golden Time also has college age kids, so it's a little bit more grown up than your high school romance. I saw those type of things and I was like, oh, I'm in. I am so in this. And I actually started it last year and I didn't finish it till this year because Golden Time, and I talked about this in my animes I dropped video. Golden Time is really good, but there was a lot of drama moments that gave me anxiety, and it was just to the point where like I would my heart would be beating fast to press the next episode. I had to take a break, and then that break turned into like a whole year of me not continuing this anime. But nonetheless, this year, towards the end of December, beginning of January, I buckled down and I finished the anime, and I am so happy that I did. Golden Time stars Tada Banri. He is a college student in Tokyo, his first year, I think, of law school, maybe? On his first day, he meets this guy. They end up walking to school together. And out of nowhere, this girl shows up, gets out of a car, and starts attacking the guy that Tada Banri made friends with a bouquet of flowers. And it turns out this girl, her name is Coco, is in love with the guy, and we're supposed to be together, this whole drama. And Tada Banri, feels bad for this girl because she clearly loves this guy and he does not care about her at all. And they end up getting together. But here's the thing. Tada Banri is not who he says he is. Or I guess maybe I don't know how to describe it. He doesn't know who he is. And this new version of Tada Banri isn't the same Tada Banri that has always existed. So throughout the anime, we learn that Tada Banri actually does not remember anything before his, right after he graduated high school. It turns out he was in a accident and got amnesia and completely forgot who he was. His old life, his old friends, whatever happened in high school, doesn't remember that. He heals from this accident and decides to come to Tokyo and, start this new ass life, which is a perfect place because no one knows who he was and they just know who he is based on, the new information. As Tada Banri is starting his new life in Tokyo, he also meets another girl named Linda. Now, Linda is his senpai. She's a year older than him, and she is, looking out for Banri, and Banri starts kind of realizing that something's up. So that's basically the general plot of Golden Time. Basically, Tada Banri and Coco are together, but you see the ups and downs in their relationship, especially as Tada Banri starts gaining back his memories. As you can see, that's just a lot of drama right there. And there's 24, 25 episodes of the show. Of course, there's also other characters. The best friend, Mitsu, who Coco was in love with, but then he has a crush on somebody else. And then, there's so many characters in Golden Time, and it just left me feeling a lot. With Golden Time, like I said, I started it, I dropped it, and I picked it back up, and I'm super glad that I finished it because as much anxiety as I felt, and I felt a lot of anxiety, especially when Tada Banri starts gaining his memories back, the lead up, the point, it was all worth it. At least to me, I thought that it was worth it. And I'm just still not over it. It's such a good story because, like I mentioned, it takes place in college. And when characters are in college, it's a whole different dynamic because they're adults, they're living on their own, and they may have immature moments, but they are able to make decisions and do things in a way that, your high school protagonist really can't. I also appreciate about Golden Time, like I said, Banri and Coco get together within the first couple of episodes and actually start dating and like become in a relationship. For romance anime, that often is rare that it happens in the beginning or like the middle of the anime, because most of the story is usually focused on them getting together as opposed to them being together. So Golden Time is very interesting because it does focus on the characters being together and their journey in the relationship. Of course, Golden Time takes an extra mile because they got this other side drama going on. But I think one of the things that Golden Time does well is it's realistic, you know, despite the whole amnesia and two different people existing as one. Despite that, it's very realistic in how people get together in relationships, and you know, somebody being worried about an ex. Even if they don't have amnesia, you're gonna be concerned if the ex is around, or you learn that people that you thought were friends kind of had a history or a past that you didn't know each other. It's obviously, like I said, it's more like older, but still hilarious, still a lot of funny moments, a lot of heartwarming moments, a lot of like dramatic moments, and it explores different themes as always within itself. You know, there's the characters that made a love confession or got a love confession, and they kind of was like, well, let me play hard to get, and they end up losing out on the person that they loved. You know, there's the festival and the Little Beach episode, and all of these things really make Golden Time such a good anime. And even though it gave me a lot of anxiety, it still was a lot of fun and excitement to watch. And I'm so glad that I picked it back up and I finished it. I pushed through the anxious moments. I think I had stopped like episode 10. No, I think it was like episode 11 or 12. And then I kind of was like, oh, there was way more anxiety feeling moments that I had to get through, but they were still so worth it. If you've been thinking about watching Golden Time, I highly recommend. I gave you, you know, spoiler free to the best of my abilities. Like, there really is so much that a review just wouldn't even be able to cover it. And I think it is an older, it's not that old, but it definitely is an older anime. But it definitely deserves watching, especially if you're someone who is older, you're looking at, you want to see the people that you like together, despite the different, you know, things that are going on that come up and interfere with the relationship. It's good, y'all. So I hope that this video made sense, because I was just really rambling on about Golden Time, but I really think you guys should give it a chance. I think it's worth watching. I think it's a newer, definitely a newer take on a romance. It's one of those situations where it makes sense why people would think there's a love triangle, but when you really watch it and you really get down to it, it's not a love triangle. It's just a story of like who I was before, who I am now. It is definitely deserving of your views. So be sure to give it a chance. There's a sub, there's a dub, and it's good, y'all. So I hope you watch it, and if you watch it, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts were, favorite couples and pairings, or favorite moments in the series. Definitely let me know in the comments below. Let's have this conversation. And if you have any other romance animes with older characters that take place in college or just more older themes, let me know, because your girl's a sucker for it and I love it all. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.